Hello, this is Kitty Anderson, your board certified menopause coach. You can save $40,000 over a lifetime. Email jumpstartaip@gmail.com to work out your personal plan. At this point, I am 67 years old and dancing in the streets. If you would like to feel pre-menopausal, put together an action plan in coaching. This video should save you at least $40,000 on menopause care over the course of your lifetime. That's how for-profit medicine is ruining our chances at health and our chances at financial health. It's crazy. Mark Hyman's new book, Young Forever, is wrong about so many menopausal issues. I want you to save your money, save your mood. Emotions are important, and mostly save your brain. Hi, this is Kitty Anderson. I'm here again. I'm trying to keep up with reading on menopause and giving you the latest and greatest information. But as you can see, I am not gaining weight. I've lost the 50 pounds that happened at menopause 16 years ago. And a big part of that was optimizing my HRT. Most doctors are not trained in menopause care because it is not a big moneymaker. OBGYNs make money on surgeries and on having babies. A menopause visit is very low income for them, so they are not optimizing your dose. But today I want to talk about how mainstream health information is failing you. It is totally failing you. Here's the example I'm going to use today is Mark Hyman's new book, one of 20 books that he's done. He has 300 pages here. There are 4 pages on menopausal health. Really, if you look at it hard, 2 pages on menopausal health. And this book fails us. I'm going to talk about the details and bring you up to speed. Please, you are slowing yourself down if you are looking at mainstream information. It is not for the menopausal body. It is not, and I'll explain why. So let's talk about what really matters. Money, 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 money. This book is $20, right? $20 on Amazon. This book is going to cost you $1,000 a year more than using an OBGYN and using conventional FDA approved, highly effective products. Mark is functionally medicine trained. And I'm going to say, if you're going for diet changes, use functional medicine because they'll have a coach on staff, right? But if you want to save money, you're going to use an OBGYN and you're going to totally ignore functional medicine. Come to a coach who's functional medicine trained or diet trained. Go to a nutritionist. Start that conversation, right? You're not going to need a functional medicine doctor. You are broken because you have low HRT or unbalanced HRT, or compounded HRT, or you're using a progesterone. This is why you feel horrible. Let me qualify this that at least initially you will need functional medicine if autoimmune runs in your family, if you have Hashimoto's or thyroid problems, if you have trouble eating a very high nutrient dense diet like the autoimmune protocol, if you have poor mental health even with HRT optimized, if you did not have children, this might mean a hormone related problem, if you seem to be oversensitive or undersensitive to pain, if you are medication sensitive, you will very likely need functional medicine or a naturopath if you have more allergies at menopause. This is histamine, and we want to resolve that. If you have COVID repeatedly, this is a problem. If you have ADHD, autism, or any type of neurodivergence, your body is different. If you are high IQ, your body is really different. You are not feeling well yet because your HRT is not optimized and it controls all of these diet-related things in your body and all of these exercise-related things in your body. This is why you come to coaching. Get your HRT first. You can't do diet and exercise without the best HRT. Use transdermal estradiol, patch or gel, oral vaginal progesterone, not a progestin, transdermal testosterone. Use a man's pump. Don't forget, get the best HRT first. Only 1.7% of menopausal women have a nutritious diet and exercise. This is way too low for us to have health. The best HRT impacts your ability to diet. Estradiol especially, it makes you feel full, satiety. It makes you seek smaller meals. You don't use food as a reward. You eat less frequently. You stop binge eating. You stop anorexia. Of course, with cognitive therapy. It helps your taste and smell be authentic. It lowers the set point of your weight. So with high nutrients, this will help you lose weight easily. Using the best HRT helps you to exercise. Estradiol especially increases energy, stops swelling in your joints, is part of increasing lung capacity. High testosterone improves your muscle strength. It's a natural antidepressant. It relieves pain, improves sleep quality, reduces your fall risk, and gives you better flexibility with the other hormones. This is amazing. And here we go. To work out and diet, you need motivation, you need to be social, you need confidence, you need focus, and you need organization. This is all available to you with the high doses. Please. Mainstream information is not focused on your well-being. You must fight for this. Let's just remember my motivation. I saw my grandmother and my mother become obese at menopause and really struggle and die young. This is me on the right-hand side in the spring of 2020, 63 years old, weighing about the same as I weighed in high school. Keep in mind that HRT and the best HRT affects all of your relationships. HRT enhances your stress response. High hormones are better. High hormones of pregnancy protect the fetus. This is an evolutionary advantage. Lower estradiol levels lead to high stress hormones called cortisol. We know that the second half of the monthly cycle is the dropping hormones, which also increases stress. I have developed my own algorithm analyzing 159 symptoms and telling you what your HRT is doing in your body, telling you this one's too low and this one's too high. So that's the benefit of coming to a menopause coach. We're going beyond a functional medicine doctor. We're going beyond your conventional OBGYN who only has 10 minutes to spend with you. They're not going to look at all your symptoms. They're not going to optimize your HRT. You can ask them, are you optimizing my HRT for health? Ask them. None of them are doing this. I went through the training for the North American Menopause Society and the training for the functional medicine hormone module, and none of them are optimizing this for your health. When your mental health is awesome, you are fairly well balanced. When your dieting efforts are effective, you are fairly well balanced. This is what we're looking for. This mainstream book on aging totally forgets menopausal women and then redirects us. All right, if you're interested in the details beyond the money, let's talk about what this gets wrong. So really, these 2 pages that's really all there is. That's really all there is. And they are recommending things that cost you massive amounts of money. And if your HRT is optimized, you don't need to do this, right? So first, he talks about use bioidentical hormones. That's a marketing term. That's to make you think that the FDA approved are not bioidentical. They are bioidentical. And a conventional doctor will say body identical, which means the exact same thing. So the FDA approved products are superior. He says, don't use them. Sad. All the menopause societies in the world say, do not use compounded. It is an inferior product. It's very hit or miss what your dosing is going to be. They do not have the level of quality control that the FDA approved products have. So I'm just going to say that. You might like your doctor, but if they're giving you inferior products, this is going to add up over time. And using biased or triest is one of the things I see that makes my clients mentally ill. It makes them mentally ill. They are not cognitively sharp. They are not saving their brain. Estradiol is doing something really funky. Avoid that ingredient. All the progestogens are doing something funky and hurting your brain. Please don't use them. Use transdermal estradiol patch or gel. We now have a gel in the United States. Use transdermal testosterone. Use a man's pump. It's the least expensive. Use a 1% man's pump. Use between 6 and 10 milligrams usually, and you'll feel zippity-doo-dah happy, right? So I'm looking for the most effective and the least expensive. Use oral micronized progesterone. You can do that orally or vaginally. Usually that will work. All right. He says, use the lowest dose possible. Your doctor doesn't know how to examine your mental health. That belongs to the psychologist, and the psychologist doesn't know what the hormones do for your mental health. So basically, there's this gap here that nobody knows about, that estradiol is going to make you feel resilient. You might get sad, but you bounce right back. The progesterone is going to make you feel calm. It's going to relax your muscles. Has 25 other functions in your body too. Great for brain health. Don't skip the progesterone. Transdermal testosterone will make you sassy. It will make you make jokes with your family. It will reduce your pain. It does 27 other things. It makes you motivated so you leave the house. So these are things that are highly critical. Do not use the lowest dose possible because you'll be leaving those wonderful things on the table, right? You don't want to do that. Use for a short amount of time as possible. Okay, so Mark has been trained at the Cleveland Clinic, and Holly Thacker from the Cleveland Clinic Women's Center says never take a woman off of hormones that has thyroid problems, because we know that those women are highly susceptible to hormone loss. We have a Finnish study that says women die suddenly after stopping hormones. Do not do this. Take it away crap. And if you're with a doctor that says take it away, get another doctor or bring them some research. Bring them the 2022 North American Menopause Society study that says don't stop. It's up to the individual. You have control. Use topically or by injection. I have a whole list of problems with injections. Psychiatrists told me don't ever use an injection because of the way it impacts your mental health. We don't know that the dose is right for you. When you use topical, you can control your dosing, and your dosing could change over time. So this is something we do in coaching. We try to assess your symptoms to see how the HRT is working in your body. We assess your life to see if you want more out of life. If you feel that something's missing, then the HRT is not right or the diet's not right. All right. It says ideally work with a functional medicine doctor. Well, the functional medicine doctor might put you on diet before they put you on HRT. Sorry, take the shortest route possible to the HRT. It has 120 functions in your body. It's down to close to zero. Your levels are close to zero at menopause. There's no fighting this. We can prevent all the brain damage that happens from low hormones if you get it early. Get it early, get it high enough. All of the brain health studies use high dose HRT. All right, the other thing they're saying is use compounded, which I disagree, and all the menopause societies also disagree. Talks about vaginal estradiol. You don't need this if your systemic, inexpensive systemic estradiol is high enough. And if you use testosterone, you're not going to need any vaginal products. The vaginal products, I think, are about $400 a month. You do not want to use these things. It is a waste of money. It says low dose testosterone for low libido. Yes, that's all it's approved for. But all the psychology research says you have to have testosterone to have sassy. You have to have it to have funny. You have to have it for speed of thought, right? We don't want to deny ourselves all the mental health benefits and all the relationship benefits of having higher testosterone. You don't want to go so high that you have belly fat from it. You don't want to go so high that you have acne. Look, no acne. Guys, been doing testosterone since the beginning. Clitoral testosterone drops, another thing you just don't need. If your testosterone is high enough, you don't need this extra product. Peptide therapy. You do not need this with a high protein diet. Peptides are proteins, amino acids. You don't need this if you have easy to digest proteins in your diet. Fish, seafood, liver, ding, ding, ding. You don't need expensive peptides. You don't need to feel like a patient. You just don't need to do it. He's sending you down this functional medicine path that's very expensive. The other thing that they might say is do genetic testing. And that is not proven to be actionable. I'm sorry, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Your nutrition is going to drive your results with your optimized HRT, right? You don't need to do this. So 2 pages, that's all you're worth in mainstream. You're not worth talking to. You're not worth it. So it's ironic. He's recommending things that even functional medicine doctors don't recommend. He's recommending things that Cleveland Clinic doesn't recommend. This just scares me. No one is talking to us. No one. You have to be looking at menopause as a specialty. You have to be. You don't have to have a menopause doctor. You don't. Not if you have a menopause coach, right? You can use conventional OBGYN on your insurance. Functional medicine is not usually on insurance. You can do 1 visit a year. You can avoid all the Dutch testing. You don't need a $400 Dutch test. So this is how it works. Keep in mind, as this expert pharmacologist says, new drugs are not better drugs. So as they come out with other non-identical HRT products, don't be fooled by these. Also remember that any other type of drug could be interfering with your HRT. You must clear out your system from other types of drugs or you will not get the positive HRT response. Keep in mind that everything combines in you as an individual, and you want to be treated like an individual when it comes to HRT dosing. You also want to individualize your diet. You want to have something that's tasty, something that you look forward to eating, but at the same time, you want to optimize your nutrients to give you the highest energy possible. We want you well and strong. If this was helpful, please share. We want to help our sisters at this very difficult time.